Businesses to Watch.
How's business? Need marketing? Call me. I'm Steve Schulman with an exclusive TV deal that'll make customers call. How? I got you to know who I am, didn't I?
Businesses to Watch.
Call me.
Businesses to Watch.
Now, how many times have you heard that over the past decade and a half? Everybody knows Businesses to Watch. You've heard it, and now, for the very first time, you're going to be able to see it and experience something Businesses to Watch and the world of advertising has never had available before. And with me to talk about Businesses to Watch is Mr. Businesses to Watch himself, Steve Schulman. I'm glad you're so excited about bringing Businesses to Watch to television. You've heard it on the radio so many times, right? Now, for the first time ever, what made you jump across the river and want to bring Businesses to Watch on television?
We've had such an incredible success story with Businesses to Watch on the CBS radio stations that it's time. A lot of clients ask me if we have TV programs.
Right.
And I've kind of been using radio as my flagship. And listen, not to knock radio, it's fabulous. It works very well. But when it comes to really getting a message across, this infomercial world that this TV station offers is second to none. So Businesses to Watch is so pleased to be part of WMCN.
This is what I'm really excited about, because we've just started doing this and just started offering this to clients.
Yes.
And the response has been tremendous to it. You're really combining the best of two or three worlds. You're combining that issue of Businesses to Watch being a real attention getter and something that really separates a message from the pack. Combining that with the world of television, which is unbelievably strong, and combining that with the world of infomercial style television. So you really have what I'm calling a perfect storm in the advertising world. Is that how you're seeing it? And that's what people are telling you?
I'm seeing a brand adding on to a brand. Businesses to Watch has developed into the most popular brand in this area. And by the way, we're spreading. We're going national with it. But for this area right now, Businesses to Watch, or BTW, is a well-known brand. And it makes a commercial, whether it be TV, radio, or whatever, sound like it's an award winner. Makes it sound like it's being endorsed by the media that's it's running on. And bottom line, it compels a listener to pay attention. It's just got
or
all
in
the
this
points.
case, and I have to change that on you, it compels a viewer to pick up a phone and call right now. Is that the ultimate goal?
That is the ultimate goal, because our direction now is the wonderful world of infomercial, which is huge, and it works so well.
And you know what? We're going to go
well.
into, one of the things we definitely are going to go into when we come back, we want to go into why should any business be doing an infomercial. I mean, there are so many reasons, and people stay away from them for a lot of reasons that we want to sort of knock down and tell people that, yeah, you can actually do that. You can get your business right here on TV, not only with an infomercial, but you can wrap it around the Businesses to Watch umbrella, and all of a sudden you've got television, you've got an infomercial, you've got BTW, you've got a perfect storm for your business. Now, we've set up a special phone number so anybody can make that call right now. You have a business, you want more information, you want to talk to Mr. Businesses to Watch himself, Steve Schulman. Here's the number. I wrote it down because I'll never remember. 609-277-3757, 609-277-3757. If you want, everybody loves to go to the web to check it out. Go to WMCN.TV. You'll see the Businesses to Watch tab there. Just click on it, WMCN.TV. Again, when we come back, more with Mr. Businesses to Watch, Steve Schulman. Stay right there.
I tell you, being on WMCN has been absolutely fantastic. I would say the majority of our cosmetic surgery business has come from and is impacted by the television show. The live call-in format, the ability to actually interact with the callers/patients ahead of time has been absolutely gigantic. The fact that we can reach out and really develop a rapport through the station And the fact that the station has evolved into this new, absolutely beautiful studio with high definition is absolutely great. And I'll be here as long as WMCN will have me.
Businesses to watch.
How's business? Need marketing? Call me. I'm Steve Schulman with an exclusive TV deal that'll make customers call. How? I got you to know who I am, didn't I?
Businesses to watch.
Call me.
Businesses to watch.
All right, we are back with Mr. Businesses to Watch himself, Steve Schulman, and we're talking about not only the world of advertising, we're talking about the world of businesses to watch, and we're talking about the world of television infomercials. Now, you know, infomercials have been around for, well, decades. Actually, there are some on YouTube I've actually seen that were done, believe it or not, in the 60s. Nobody thinks about those things, but these real live sort of commercials have been done for a long time. And really all an infomercial is an extended version of an advertisement, all right? If your normal advertisement is 30 little seconds, and you have 30 seconds to tell somebody, give somebody a little message, imagine what it would be like if all of a sudden you had 30 whole minutes, you had time to kick back, to tell your whole story. That would be tremendous. Now, before we get into that, before we get into the real nuts and bolts of an infomercial, businesses to watch in relation to an infomercial, what is it going to do to a typical infomercial? What does BTW add that nothing else can add?
Well, you know, you've got what we call generic advertising. Generic advertising is the typical, almost every ad sounds the same, gives basically the same message. With businesses to watch, it's a special brand. It's a brand that you own as the client that has taken the businesses to watch brand and added it to your brand. So what it does, Eric, it gives you kind of a double brand. It gives you awareness. It gives you credibility. And there's nobody else on that television station, unless they are a businesses to watch, that can call themselves a businesses to watch. So you're in a special group of businesses to watch businesses that are known for their credibility, they're known for their good deals, their pricing, their customer service, and we can bring all of that out in an infomercial.
So really what's happening is you're taking the typical infomercial and, to steal a phrase from Emerald, you're kicking it up a notch. That's really what BTW is doing.
We are kicking it up a lot of notches because of the fact that people remember businesses to watch. Because you got to remember, Eric, businesses to watch has been around for over 20 years. It's been on radio and now coming on to television, especially WMCN, it's going to have another awareness that a typical TV spot or infomercial will not have.
All right, well, let's talk about the infomercials for a second, because, you know, there have been so many people, and we've both gone out and spoken to every single kind of business. Now, the thing about this is, when I sit in front of somebody and I say, oh, you know, we've got radio, we've got TV, we've got newspaper, and, you know, people are very familiar with those things. And when they get to that idea of the long-form advertisement, what they usually wind up saying is, well, you know, I don't know if that's right for my business. I don't know if I can afford something like that. Well, let me go to the end of it first, because everybody wants to know, how much does it cost? Everybody asks the same thing, right? Amazingly, I mean, you know, if this was 15 years ago, we'd be talking numbers with a lot of zeros at the end of it.
Yes.
Okay? Not even close. Now, all of a sudden, not only is it competitive, it actually is one of the least expensive, highest return vehicles in the advertising world. Least expensive, which is amazing simply because of where we are today with technology, where we are today with availability. Right now, what I'd like you to do, if you want to get more information about infomercials, about businesses to watch, about how you too, for your business, no matter what it is, and I'm telling you right now, I'd love you to challenge us. Bring us a business you think can't possibly work with an infomercial, and we'll show you how. But for any kind of business, if you're looking for that vehicle that's going to take that business and put it on the map, put it over the top, or launch it to begin with, find out about businesses to watch. Find out about these infomercial opportunities that Steve is now offering. You can literally go to WMCN website, WMCM.tv. There's a Businesses to Watch tab. Just click on that. Or, and again, I got the special telephone number all set up just for this particular program, 609-277-3757. That's 609-277-3757. Just dial the number. You know, if Steve doesn't pick it up himself, there'll be a little recording. They'll say, "Hi, I'm Steve," or whatever they'll wind up putting in there that'll make people happy, right? And that's again, we're talking about direct response. We have plenty of time to talk about Businesses to Watch, plenty of time to talk about advertising, because what you're watching is an infomercial for BTW, right? This is what it's all about.
Like I say on the radio, if you're wondering how I'm going to get people to know who you are, well, I got you to know who I am, didn't I? And that's what
that's
we're
one of the most
do.
famous lines in history, isn't it?
That's what. Yeah, it's kind of like my brand, and with a infomercial, it just gives you so much time to really get to the bottom line of what you're about and what your business is about. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. And you know what? When we come back, we're going to talk about, because a lot of folks like to, do a little brain picking, and that's okay. They want to know what you're all about, how advertising works, things to do, things to avoid. And you've got some pretty interesting pieces.
It's a lot of fun. Stay tuned.
Well, it is a lot of fun. Don't go away. We will be right back with Mr. Businesses to Watch himself, Steve Schulman. Stay right there.
I tell you, being on WMCN has been absolutely fantastic. I would say the majority of our cosmetic surgery business has come from and is impacted by the television show. The live call-in format, the ability to actually interact with the callers/patients ahead of time has been absolutely gigantic. The fact that we can reach out and really develop a rapport through the station, and the fact that the station has evolved into this new, absolutely beautiful studio with high definition is absolutely great. And I'll be here as long as WMCN will have me.
Businesses to Watch.
How's business? Need marketing? Call me. I'm Steve Schulman with an exclusive TV deal that'll make customers call. How? I got you to know who I am, didn't I?
Businesses to Watch.
Call me.
Businesses to Watch.
Every time I hear that, it's really amazing how many decades have been banged into my head by hearing Businesses to Watch. Everybody knows it. And now, for the first time ever, you can take the power of Businesses to Watch. Not only grab it for your business, but grab it for your business on TV in an infomercial format. We've been talking about the benefits of infomercials and why they work and why they work so well. And now, kicking it up into the stratosphere, using BTW, using the credibility that BTW brings, and being able to tell your story on TV and do it ridiculously affordably. That's what this is all about. That's why right now you should, listen, if you're thinking about it for your business, pick up the phone, call, make your appointment, 609-277-3757, 609-277-3757. You can also go to the web, WMCN.tv, look for the BTW tab, say that 10 times fast, WMCN.tv, look for the BTW tab. Get on there, get involved with Businesses to Watch. But let's move back for a second. Okay, we were talking just before the break about what businesses do, seasoned professionals, brand new guys in the business, they all do the same thing. They look you right in the eye and they go, "Well, Steve, why should I even advertise? Advertising costs money. Why do I need to advertise?" They always say the same thing. And you know what? This is the official exclusive BTW. It's in the pretty folder, which you can get one, by the way. You brought along, and there's a lot of nice stuff in here, your hot list. I'll give you that. You can just read those things off. When people say, "Why in the world should I advertise?"
Well, if you want to make money, that's why you should advertise. If you want your business to be successful, that's why you should advertise. I put a couple little points down that are based on reality. Why advertise? Number one, increase your sales traffic.
No, wait a minute. When you say increase traffic, isn't that an obvious reason? I mean, that's what people want to do? You're telling me the people actually are looking at you going, "Yeah, they're really that sort of removed from that? That they don't realize that that's what it needs to be done?"
Eric, It's a strange world out there. Yeah, a lot of
Wow.
times people don't really understand what marketing is. We had mentioned during a conversation we had off camera about the first time marketing ever came into one's life.
You told me a story. Tell that story again. Because I was telling you about the inception of marketing, and I think my answer was marketing started when the first cave guy in the
Yes.
cave picked up a paintbrush, I don't know what it is, and drew, this is how many buffaloes we got, this is where we live, and it was advertising to all the cave people.
Yes.
But that wasn't it.
No, that wasn't
okay.
it.
So tell your story.
When do you think the first time marketing ever came into your life?
And the answer is not in caveman days. All right, when?
The first time was when you were born. If you cried, hopefully you were a healthy baby, and if you cried, you were sending a message to mommy. That message was, feed me. If mommy fed you, your marketing campaign was successful. You got your message across, you got a positive response, and you got fed.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was why everyone on earth is an advertising and marketing expert.
Well, that's why
Starts from birth.
marketing. That's why marketing is so much a part of our life. Any story that you tell to anybody, any question that you put out to anybody that you get a positive answer back for is a successful marketing campaign.
All right, so the hot reasons. One, increased sales traffic. What's next?
Increase sales.
Okay, makes sense.
Next would be to move excess inventory.
That's a biggie, isn't it?
It's a pain in the neck when it just sits around.
Right?
Increase customer awareness.
And that, you know what, I want to stop you there. Some of these things are so brutally obvious. Increased sales. I mean, you're looking at that, yeah, we got it. Increasing awareness is something that a lot of people sort of gloss over, but actually on that list, that's sort of my number one reason. I'm going to tell you why. What happens to a business that has competition, every business has competition, there's 40, 50 other guys right there doing the same thing you're doing, right? That's what competition's all about. Now, if all of a sudden you say, well, you know what, there's other people who are advertising, I'll let them advertise. When a consumer is ready to make a purchase and ready to do a deal, they're not going to call all 27 people on that laundry list. No way. They're going to call the first 1, 2, 3, 4 in their heads. Isn't that how it works?
They're going to call businesses to watch.
Well, they're going to
We
call a
hope.
business to watch client first, of course. But what happens to the other 25 guys? They don't get called. That's what, and it seems so obvious, but this is a huge mistake. People forget they need to stay right there at the top of that ladder, at the top of that rung of awareness, so people know, and when they're ready to react, they react to you.
Well,
and
Eric,
that to me is a real important reason.
Eric, there's so much competition out there
Yeah.
that it's really up to making the right choice. You're going to hear from other agencies making other claims. You're going to hear from newspapers. You're going to hear from television. You're going to hear from radio. You're going to hear from internet. And everybody's going to make promises. And everybody's going to make your business huge. Well, they're entitled to tell you that. But you've got to look back at what's comfortable, what you're familiar with, where you have your comfort zone. And that's why Businesses to Watch has been so successful on the radio, and we expect huge success here on WMCN with our infomercial.
Well, you've already seen how well infomercials work.
They are
Infomercials have been around for a
fabulous.
long, long time, and people keep doing them because they produce results. And one of the things they're great at is maintaining and keeping customer awareness. Yeah, we can do all of the direct response, and that's great, and that works, and that's part of it. But that key component of making people aware that you're always there, that you're at the top of the game, that when you're ready to make that purchase, I'm going to call your business because I've heard of you. I know who you are. I'm comfortable with you. That's so critically important. All right, let's finish up the list
And you
because I don't
got
want
the
to steal
brand.
your thunder.
And of course,
here
you've
with
got
this
the
list.
brand.
Yep.
What marketing does for your company as well is it increases your goodwill community involvement. Lots of times you're going to hear new businesses that are going to say, come on in, we're going to do this for you, we're going to do that for you. A really good business is there for you before and after the sale. And they've got to be believable. that's what we try to make them do.
And you know what you can do, again, with community involvement and that whole aspect of goodwill and really building up to a community effort? When you do an infomercial, I know I'm coming back to it, but it's so important. When you do an infomercial, you can not only just tell somebody you've done it, you could show them the whole event. You could tell them how to get involved with the organization or the group or support the cause. That's what an infomercial does. It allows you to tell your complete story, bring people in, bring them to partner with you, create that awareness, and ultimately create great response. Okay? So that's where you're going with community involvement. Next.
Well, I just want to bring up one point before that,
Okay.
if you become a Businesses to Watch and you're a spotlighted Businesses to Watch, that just doesn't happen. We make sure that the Business to Watch is credible, it does what it promises, and it's reinforced with this radio, see, I keep saying radio because I'm a radio guy. It's reinforced
That's
by...
what all the lights and the cameras are doing.
It's
around it.
reinforced by this television station. It's reinforced by Businesses to Watch. And you better believe it, that if you're dealing with a Businesses to Watch, you're dealing with a reputable business.
You do know that television is just radio with pictures, right?
Well,
All right,
until today.
Until today.
All right, the last and most important reason that you should be a Businesses to Watch and do an infomercial, or even advertise for that fact. Because if you don't do it, your competition will.
That is, ultimately, that sounds like a no-brainer, but nothing could be further from the truth. You know, again, you look at the amount of people that are already here, but don't worry. This is the beginning. BTW is just now available for advertisers to grab on television. It's just now available in this infomercial product. You get to merge all of the great worlds: TV, infomercials, Businesses to Watch. And now you can do it. And I'm telling you, we've already started doing this. If you don't do it, your competition will, and you can count on it. That's what's going to happen. Don't get left behind. Now, I just want to let you know, again, we've set up a special telephone number, 609-277-3757. Call the number, say, Steve, I want to do this for my business. And believe me, whatever your business is, challenge us. An infomercial product will work tremendous, whether it's a product, a service, whether you're a professional, whether you're a guy who builds things. It doesn't matter who you are or what your business is.
Wholesale, retail.
Wholesale, retail. Everybody's got a story to tell. And the story is usually more than what you can spit out in a couple of seconds. And that's why it's so important. Of course, you can call the telephone number or go to the website. We've set up a special tab, WMCN.TV. Go to the BTW tab on WMCN.TV. Say that 10 times fast. Or call the number.
You've been hearing me for the last 20 years saying in my Businesses to Watch commercial, if you're wondering how I'm going to get people to know who you are, well, I got you to know who I am, didn't I?
I tell you, being on WMCN has been absolutely fantastic. I would say the majority of our cosmetic surgery business has come from and is impacted by the television show. The live call-in format, the ability to actually interact with the callers/patients ahead of time has been absolutely gigantic. The fact that we can reach out and really develop a rapport through the station, and the fact that the station has evolved into this new, absolutely beautiful studio with high definition is absolutely great. And I'll be here as long as WMCN will have me.
Businesses to Watch.
How's business? Need marketing? Call me. I'm Steve Schulman with an exclusive TV deal that'll make customers call. How? I got you to know who I am, didn't I?
Businesses to Watch.
Call me.
Businesses to Watch.
Okay, there it is again. Businesses. I wish I had those pipes to be able to do that. How many times have you heard that on the radio? Now, the power of Businesses to Watch available to you on TV in infomercial format via Mr. Businesses to Watch himself, Steve Schulman. And, you know, we are just about out of time. And I wanted to get to one last thing that you brought in here, because I looked through all these materials. You really have been doing this a long time, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Here.
I want to tell everybody that Businesses to Watch on WMCN has some very, very special marketing packages that you should take advantage of. Save some money. and get your point.
And on that note, I guess I have to do this. So if you want one of these special packages, call the special number, 609-277-3757, 609-277-3757, or you can go to the web, WMCN.tv. I'm sure they put the numbers up on the screen. WMCN.tv, go to the BTW tab, click on it, and you can get the special deals from the special guy. All right, last thing we got to do, because I really think this is cute. The 10 Commandments of Marketing. If you take nothing away from this show, take away the 10 Commandments of Marketing for you and your business. Do you want to do them?
I'll do the first 5 and you do the second 5.
All right,
How's that?
5. Shoot, go ahead.
All right. The first commandment is, thou shalt not keep your product or service a secret.
There's we should put in a little lightning strike in there. This is, yeah, right,
yes.
Exactly. All right, keep going.
The second commandment, thou shalt spend time thinking about promoting your business.
Cue the lightning.
Third commandment, thou shalt not assume everybody knows what you sell.
Because they don't know, all right?
And the fifth commandment
No, you missed number 4. You got to go in order.
The fourth commandment is, thou shalt not assume customers will automatically come to your business.
It was the lightning that threw you off, wasn't it? Do number 5.
Thou shalt never forget your competition is trying to attract your customers from you.
That's 1 through 5. All right, I will do 6 through 10. The rest of the commandments, and you know what? A lot of these things seem a little bit obvious. There's a reason. A lot of these things are so obvious, people forget them. And we got to remind people, if you do the basics and keep it simple, it'll work. All right? Number 6, thou shalt not forget that there are new potential customers that would do business with you if they were urged to do so. Lightning bolt. Thou shalt determine the cost to advertise and the value you will receive out of it. Number 8, thou shalt understand that marketing is an investment, not an expense. Number 9, thou shalt be sure to provide an adequate marketing budget for your business. And number 10, thou shalt never forget to keep reminding your customers that you appreciate their business.
Amen. Amen.
And so that ends the lightning portion, the lightning round of our little program here. All right, like I said, we're just about out of time. I want to give you, just one last little recap now. And Steve, thank you. This has been a tremendous half hour. One last time, if you want to do something extraordinary for your business, take advantage of this opportunity to put together the world of television, the world of infomercial marketing, and the power and credibility of BTW. It is an opportunity that's right in front of you right now. Before your competition grabs it, get in on it. The telephone number, call it right now, 609-277-3757, or go to the website, WMCN.tv, click on the BTW tab. We look forward to hearing from you.
Businesses to watch.
How's business? Need marketing? Call me. I'm Steve Schulman with an exclusive TV deal that'll make customers call. How? I got you to know who I am, didn't I?
Businesses to watch.
Call me.